What's the latest as we get set for Game 1?
Well, Bram, the Cavs are getting themselves a little bit of a break right now. They have 7 days between now and their opening game, and they're going to treat this as a second training camp. This is probably the most practice time they're going to have from now until maybe playoff preparation, and they have a lot to do. They had a good preseason, but LeBron James is the first to acknowledge they're not quite ready for their Halloween Eve opener.
Are we ready for the 30th? Not right now. We will be. We will be ready for the 30th as any team is ready for the first game of the season. You know, as the first game of the season, you're not ready to win the championship then. You're not ready for the playoffs then. You're ready for the first game of the season. And it's a long season. You play it. You really don't put too much into the first game. You go out and you know, you're working with what you've worked on in the preseason and in the training camp.
I think one of the things that the Cavs are definitely going to be looking at as they get into practice here is what Kevin Love said after the Memphis game that they had on Wednesday. He told Cleveland.com, "My entire life I've played the game from inside out. So there's more touches I can get on the inside. The more I can get myself going, the better. I'm not accustomed to starting out a game shooting a three." And I'll tell you one thing about Kevin Love. This had a real interesting preseason. In 2 games, one game against the Heat and a game against the Bucks, Kevin Love shot 9 of 12 from three-point range. He averaged 25 points in those 2 games. Really looked like he was fitting in terrifically. In the other 4 games that he played, he averaged 8.5 points and shot only 29% overall, 1 of 11 from three-point range. So Kevin Love had a bit of an up-and-down preseason, and you could tell by those comments that he said after a game the other night where LeBron James didn't even play and he was featured that he's not quite comfortable yet in this offense. And really, this harkens back to something that Chris Bosh said just a few weeks ago. He said Kevin Love is going to have to make a big adjustment when he comes and plays with LeBron James. And some people took that as a negative, Chris Bosh knocking playing with LeBron. But I think Kevin can already relate to what Chris Bosh was talking about.